Community events. Your neighborhood is leads. This is episode number 363 of the My Online Toolbox weekly quick tips and reminders in all facets of marketing to help you grow your business with more quality leads. Last week, we were talking about three specific examples live, and we were asking, which is your company? Terrible, acceptable, or fantastic? Check out last week's episode for something very relevant in how your prospects may perceive you. But this week, we're moving into community events and how the neighborhood, your neighborhood, is a massive opportunity of leads. And one might say, well, my online toolbox, all you do is focus in on online marketing. Why does it matter? Because we like people to realize that just because you're doing well at online marketing does not mean it should not be supplemented with other activities. And just like we always like to say, what's good enough for the goose is good enough for the gander. My online toolbox goes to a ridiculous number of events, but the only difference is between us and our customers is we 99% of the time need to travel to go to our events. And so what we'd like to do is tell our customers and prospects that are listening to this that you really come up with way too many excuses to not have local physical marketing efforts achieved. And so most times people hear excuses, oh, we were busy or we didn't know about the event, etc. That is all just a farce. So don't buy into your own fake hype. The reality is all of these events are always well positioned, usually a half year to a year in advance. And just like my online toolbox, we just got back from Vegas and we were there for 4 days. We had to travel back and forth. It basically took 1 week off the schedule. And the reality is that we had to plan in advance to have that time off the schedule a year in advance. So, with you people, when it comes to localized marketing with the home shows, other localized events, please stop coming up with excuses why you can't figure out a way to be aware of it and be planning for it in advance. The money is not that much. It's always the effort of scheduling in advance to meet your future customers. So please, we're using this more. This video will be used over and over again to remind people that when they come up with these excuses, we hear them and we placate them, but the reality is we don't believe any of it. And as a good example, here's a good example of just a client that we've always shown. We always are talking about how strong they are for now. I think it's 7 or 8 years in their online marketing efforts, but they're doing other things to help supplement the community of just being aware of who they are. And if you look, this was just a simple little pop up a sign that they had, a couple of little things on the table, and they were meeting the people at a home show. And here's another client that we've been promoting for years called Castile. They just came back from a show and they came up with even a much more intuitive idea. So if you just go to the Castile Kitchen and Bath website, navigate over to their Facebook page, not only will you see a wonderful professional 10 by 20 booth. And of course, a lot of money was spent on it to bring in all of those materials and examples, unlike the one on the left hand side by Zetro. Either way, both companies were participating. But taking Castile to the next level, when you go to their site, check out the giveaway they were doing. It was intuitive marketing that supplements all of the other marketing efforts, such as online marketing that we promote. But we never not tell people just because you're mastering online marketing means to give up on all other localized events. And again, there is a cost involved, but the reality is this is where your customers are who happen to not necessarily be searching in the online world. They might be just walking right by. And please stop coming up with the endless excuses why you did not know about your local events and why you couldn't fit them in 6 months to 1 year in advance. Remember, online marketing, let alone marketing itself, is an essential skill to help propel your business 1 to 5 years out. This is my online toolbox reminding you we've up to now over 360 weekly featured quick tips on all of these different aspects of how to get ahead. If you go to our Instagram channel, we're well over 200 weekly featured projects on how people are excelling, at least with their online marketing efforts. So if you're not following us, you don't have a moment in your day to be able to like and comment on a couple of the tips that we're giving you, please stop crying hardships on us when things 6 months to 1 year seem to slow down and then you're looking for just a silver bullet answer to be able to help you excel with your marketing efforts. This is my online toolbox reminding you to start planning yesterday for next year's marketing and profits. Have a healthy week, and we will see you next week.